Hello. Thanks for joining us, everyone who's here. So, hi, Jocelyn. Thanks for joining us, Jocelyn. I say us. Obviously, it's the royal we. Me, myself, and I. How are you doing today? Have you had a good day? Is your day over? Like, this is right at the end of my day. It's not the end of everyone else's day, is it? Is your day going well? That's the better question. I'm just gonna, like... That's weird. Do that. I'm just gonna do that.
Hello.
Lazy!
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, Jocelyn, how are things? She sent us her unicorn.
Host in a couple of groups that the writing sprint is in.
I did too. I'm like, I'm going to do that real quick before we get on. It's always fun to write with people.
Whereas I just thought I'd do that real quick after I got on. Hey, Megan!
Good to see ya. Hey!
Ooh, someone else.
Going to be
JV reads fantasy for all ages.
Chapter 8, a novel for Camp Nano. Good job.
See, it's a nano.
Yes, it's a nanoer. A nano.
Hello, nanoer.
Yes, as you would say, nanoer. I say nanoer. Very cool, very cool. Well, we made it to Tuesday. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we did. That sounds like it was a lot of effort for you to make it to Tuesday.
Oh, no. It's all good. My husband's on vacation this week, so it's like...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but, you know, on top of everything else, I'm trying to finish up this book to get it ready for, you know, Amazon on the 11th, which is a week away, which is all good. It'll be fine. But it's like, you know, on top of that, he's home and there's food. More food gets consumed and prepared. It's like, you know. But right now he's outside putting their spring flower boxes up. So that's a plus. Hey, Morningstar.
Hey, Morningstar. How you doing? There's an echo. I can hear myself. That's freaking me out.
Okay. Sorry. Jocelyn's here. Gave us our usual unicorn. Hey, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Hey, JV Reads. So, Allie, what are you up to? And Megan. Sorry, I had already said Megan hi earlier, but say it again. What are you up to, Allie? I gave you my rundown for how the week's going so far. How about you?
It's kind of going okay. Kind of not quite as productive as I'd have liked it to be at this point, but never mind.
Yeah.
We're in Easter holidays, and I was hoping that the kids were going to be over at Granny's, which they have been both days, but I still haven't managed to get, like, I was hoping to get like 8 hours work done a day, and that has not happened, so.
Aww. What are you doing then, if not working?
I am getting work, but they're not going over as early as I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because the cousin has basically stayed over at Granny's from Sunday night till tomorrow. Oh. So Granny's not getting up very early. Because normally cousin would be dropped off at like 8, 7:30 in the morning. So I could drop my kids off at 8 and be working from like 7:30. But because she's already there, then Granny's not getting up early. So I'm not dropping mine off till like 10 and getting back for 11. So.
So that makes it harder to get your work in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to get our butts in gear this sprint and get going.
Yeah.
Sorry, Morningstar, you've got pollen. That's terrible.
Yeah.
I never had allergies, thank gosh.
No, I don't get hay fever. It's very nice. I do seem to have a cold starting today, though, so that can go away.
It's so funny. My dad always called it hay fever. But a lot of people, I don't know, they call it, I don't think it's a typical term. They call it allergies. I don't know. Is hay fever? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hay fever over here.
Yeah. Yeah. When we lived in Montana, we moved from California to Montana when I was 10. And so when we lived in Montana, made that switch. I mean, my dad got it bad seasonally, you know, just from all the fields and fields and fields in Montana, I suppose. Yeah. We'll be listening, but multitasking. Jocelyn, girl, if only we had like 5 arms and
several more brains would help as well, I feel.
I tell you what, it's crazy. Super crazy. Yes, I feel you, Jocelyn. Totally feel you. Oh my gosh. Called it hay fever as a kid. I wonder why it changed. I don't know. I don't hear people call it hay fever as often now.
Still hay fever over here.
Maybe it's a carryover term, from...
I assume it's because it's not really about hay. But yeah, that's what it's called over here.
Hard worker, Jocelyn. Morningstar giving Jocelyn all the vibes. It's awesome. I just assumed it was called hay fever in Montana because there's, fields of wheat and hay and grasslands. Montana is like lower, what are they, lower grasslands or something. But there again, we're getting into geography, and we know that's a topic that we stay away from. So
that is true.
Anyway, very cool. Well, we're definitely getting into spring. I think our weather is warming up springy wise. So that's helpful. That's helpful to find our energy to write when, spring has sprung. I can always tell it's happening because in our backyard we have these things called forsythia bushes. They're they're, instead of having a fence between our yard and the forest behind us, we have a wall of forsythia bushes that runs in an L shape. And so they, it's just one big wall of bushes. And when they turn yellow this time of year, the buds start coming out and they're yellow. Then it's like, okay, spring is sprung. I know that's happened. Now it's going to be. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say we have blossom on our cherry trees.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's nice.
I love cherry trees. Yeah. Cherries and dogwoods. They're so pretty. Really, really pretty. I think Morningstar, you have dogwoods, right? Was it Morningstar or Jocelyn has dogwood trees? I think she had said in the past. But yeah. Those are very pretty. Pink and white, Allie?
Mostly white around here at the moment. But yeah, I love the pink ones as well.
Nice. So where are we at, everybody, on our writing? What's happening? Allie, what you working on today?
I'm just carrying on. I didn't actually end up getting anything done this morning because as soon as it was time to start, I had to do something else for a minute, and then I remembered that we were doing this tonight and was like, okay, time to get on with actual work this morning, knowing that I've got this going on tonight. So then my phone restarted, which is why I was no longer on Clubhouse.
Yeah. No longer on Clubhouse. No problem. That totally makes sense. Oh, you meant Clubhouse this morning. I thought you meant you were doodling on Clubhouse. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes total sense. Yeah, I have been working a little bit today on my work in progress. I just don't know. The time just escapes me. I had a couple of work phone calls. I had a couple of worky things that had to go out. But other than that, I sometimes I look at my day and I think, I know that I have like this major thing that, is a big deal to work on. And yet, where did it's like, I have to stop, like nothing else, literally the writing cave is what they say,
Yeah.
Literally no social media, no nothing. I'm not even on socials. Maybe a little Facebook for like 10 minutes at night. I mean, like, there's so many other things, and then there's people in the house, and all this stuff. It's like
time demons. I tell you, time demons. They just steal it in little bits here and there, and suddenly you've got lost 3 hours somewhere, and you're like, where the hell did that go?
I know. Time demons. See, that would make a really good, a really good story. Somebody should write that as a time travel. Had fun in the office, spent 2 hours just talking to people. I know you're proud. Fun in the office.
Was it productive talking or just like gossip talking? Because frankly, either one of those is probably better than what I've done all day.
She had to miss the 6 a.m. writing group. So, because she was already like, what was it, 5:45 or 4:45? She was already in at work. I'm like, what the heck, Tisha? Do you go into work that early just to like avoid other people so you can get work done before people get there and you talk? See, she's saying there's a lot of talk and gossip. That's what I'm thinking. That was my very first thought when I saw she was up that early and already in work. And I was like, wow, maybe she goes in because that's the only time she can get anything done. Because once people arrive at the normal hour of, 8 or 9, then it's downhill from there.
Yeah.
See
I
if she
could,
walked.
I could totally get up that early, but I'd want to nap in the afternoon.
I know you'd hit a wall, right?
Yeah.
Like literally at your computer going like this. Avoid traffic, she says. Yeah. That's true. See, I have lost the concept of traffic. When we lived in San Diego, yes, half an hour to an hour to get 10 minutes away. But but where I live now, there's no traffic. And now I get upset when there's like a little 5-car delay at a stoplight. I mean, this is my extent of my traffic in this small town now. I do love it. It's like my life isn't wasted away in traffic anymore.
Yeah.
I took a nap at lunch.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you set your head down on your desk, Tisha, or do you go out to your car and nap?
See, tell me you've got somewhere better than that for naps.
We must know all of Tisha's, day now. She's opened the door and we're nosy, so we must know.
Maybe she has nice comfy sofas at work so they can just all curl up on.
She might have one of those offices that has like swings and, slides, little nooks where she can. Oh, she was home by then. Okay.
If I ever have to work in an office again, I want it to be an office like that.
Yeah. Where it's like fun, right? Yeah. Little nooky egg-shaped shell things that you cozy into and sit there with your laptop and work. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, she goes home at lunch. Virtual meetings. Thank you, Tisha, for telling us all about your day now.
Yes.
Because we're so curious. Always curious. Okay. So it's 4:13. Shall we head into our first sprint?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yes. Calling it Neighborhoods. Yes. Oh, you know what show? Speaking of offices that we're watching, my husband and I are watching on. It's on Apple. It's called We Crashed. So it's all about WeWork. Like they were co-working spaces around the world, and the company was like spending billions and losing billions. And it's actually the couple who started the company. It's like We Crashed is like a weekly show about how they built this thing up only to lose it all. So it's really good. It's very well written, really good characters, part love story, part like, tragic happenings of their life, but highly recommend it.
Cool.
Anyway, onward we go. Shall we write?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We'll see you guys in 20.
See you in 20. Oh, welcome back.
Hello, we are back. How did everyone do? How'd you do, Allie?
I got minus 372 words.
Minus? That's okay. You know, you probably improved the whole thing just with that little effort, right?
Well, I certainly had to cut that bit out because it made no sense after cutting out some of the earlier bits. So
It's like a domino,
I've got to
isn't
see
it?
what. Yeah, now I've got to see how much the next 2 chapters I can keep and how much I have to be thrown away. There's bits of it that I really want to keep that are going to need some quite drastic planning to work out how I possibly can.
Yeah.
But they're really good character development for the next book's character, so I don't want to cut them out.
Yeah.
It's
So you have to find the pockets, right?
Yes.
The
Oh,
appropriate
God,
pockets.
there was a thing I wanted to do. Please tell me I wrote a note.
Write it down quick before you forget, because mommy
No,
brain
I've
is
already
here.
forgot. I need for it to have remembered a different day. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to search through all my notes. You guys chat amongst yourselves.
Yep. I was going to say, we'll let Allie do that. Everyone else tell us how you did so far. 323 words from Megan. Yay! Morningstar, I'm wordsmithing, so having AutoCrit read the chapter to me and changing it until I like how it flows. Love that. I know Tisha loves to use the verbal stuff. That's great. I finagled some more things around. I did have a name change, so I had to find and edit and do all that. That's always fun. How's everyone else doing? Let's see, who else? Jocelyn, tell us how you're doing. JD reads fantasy for all ages. If you're still here, please tell us how you're doing. And Tisha, Megan, you're doing great, hanging in there with us. I'm filling in, Allie.
Sorry. Okay,
No,
I did
all
not
fine.
write a note down that I can find, but I have just written it, having remembered what it was, so it's fine.
I know I usually, like, if there's something I don't want to forget, like, or I have a thought, you know what, I need to strengthen this up here because I'm now doing this here. Like, I'll put it in all caps up there wherever I think it's going to go, you know, and then I catch it on the way
Maybe
through.
I did actually put it in the thing, because that's not the bit I just read. I was just like in my sticky notes, because I've got a sticky notes. There's a sticky notes app on the computer, which is very handy, that I found recently.
Does it plug in? What are you using? Word? Are you doing Word stuff? So
yes, I'm using Word for the writing.
Does the sticky notes, can you bring it into Word and it sits there somehow, or how does that work?
No, it just sits on my desktop, which is fine because I can just bring it up over anything I want.
What about comments? Like, do you ever read comment? Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. Maybe I put it in as a comment instead, but I think I just forgot to write it anywhere. So
I was just going, I had actually found my file for the next book that I'd previously written and had been edited twice. So I just went through and was like, I thought I had gone through all the last edits, but they're still appearing there in the Word file. But at any rate, it'll help me as I go through, you know, do another reading here in another week, and start to get into editing that. But all the, you know, comment things were off to the side and stuff like that. So yeah, good old Word.
yes.
I have been working in Google Docs ever since, but you do only Word, right? You don't do Scrivener, nothing like that. Yeah.
No. I have all my macros in Word, and they just make things so much easier. So
yeah, you'll have to tell us a little more about macros someday. Had to cook rice and get a snack and got 166 words. I need to prepare for lunch though. Oh, lunch? She must be behind us. Thank you so much for quick sprint. Good job. She or he or they. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, thank you. What macros do you use? Like, give me an idea of 1 or 2 things that you set up a macro for.
Okay, so I've got a macro that switches 2 words around.
Yeah.
I've got a macro that switches the first and third word, swaps them around. So if you say, for example, bobs and bits, you can then just, with a quick key press, turn it to bits and bobs.
That's cool.
I've got one that changes the end of a word from ed to ing.
Oh, that'd be handy.
That's very handy. I really like that one. It's not perfect. It could do with a bit of work because I actually have to have the programming screen open or it crashes my Word completely. I'm not sure why that is, but it's fine. I just have to remember to open that before I use it, and it's all good. I've got loads of others that were more useful for editing than for writing, but yeah.
Oh, that is crazy. So can you set a macro for anything? Like if you start keeping an eye on like when you most do certain keystrokes, you know, and you can think, you know what, I've used that 20 times this book. Let me set a macro for it.
You can if you know how to write them. I did not write most of my macros. No, I got them from, I can tell you the website if you like. A man called Paul Beverley wrote them, and most of them are designed for editors. So there's a limited number that will be useful for authors, and there's hundreds of them, so it's a lot to go through. But if you're prepared to take the time and just find the ones that you want that will be useful and set them up, then it's certainly very time saving later on.
Very cool. I know Morningstar wanted to know, how did you write those macros, or where'd you find them? That is really helpful. Down below, you'll have to put, after we're done here,
oh yeah, let me write
some little link to where that goes. Everyone down below. Allie's been so good. She's been trying to put notes in after our things and finish up the videos.
I haven't done the last couple yet because I just have not had time this week, but I've got all my notes for them.
It's like the time. I know. It's crazy, the time. I know. But anyway, follow us down below if you haven't already. Okay. Shall we hit our second sprint? Good. Let's do it because we have 20 minutes to go to the house. So, yeah. All right. We'll see you guys in 20.
See you in 20. Good luck.
Okay, everyone, we are back off of that. How did everyone do? Jocelyn said she was taking notes. Let's see. Jocelyn, making notes. Brain is finally starting to work. Better late than never, I always say. Once it gets working, it's there. It's a good thing. How about you, Allie? How did you do that round?
I lost another 100 words.
But all in the right direction, so that's good. I wasted time just on just this little nitpicky thing about the cover. That's all. That's all I did. It was very bad. So this next 20 minutes, I'm going to not waste time. I'm going to launch right into it, do more edits, do my thing. It's going to be better. Very bad this round, searching for information on the internet. I know. Why is it that
Internet is just
so distracting? But it was an information for your book. I mean, that happens. Sometimes you have to, search stuff. So that can happen, Tisha. And if that's the case, we'll give you a pass. 446 words for Megan. She is
yeah, great job.
on. I know. Seemed like she was stuck last week and now she's back in action. Love it. Love it. Can't wait to move on to a new project. I love this. I've been happy with it. I'm looking forward to there always gets that point where it's like, okay, it's time to put this baby to rest. Let's move on to something new.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. Why does dog always seem to write up faster than paragraphs?
Because words just come. It's just like they said this, and they said this, and they said this, whereas in the paragraphs, you're like, and how do I move it along to the next thing? And then what are they doing?
How do I describe it? How do I move it along? How do I, end each paragraph to intrigue people to keep reading? Yes. Dialogue is just conversation. So if you're really into your characters, it really comes to you. So I like dialogue too. I do. I like it. If I could write the whole thing of dialogue, I'd be happy. But somehow they can't just stand there immobile shouting words back and forth to each other. They have to move. They have to drink something. They have to eat something. They have to line their bodies up to get to different places in the scene.
You have to start writing plays.
Plays, yeah. Get rid of all the dialogue. Just give a paragraph at the top, preface it.
Yep.
Brackets, he moves here.
Yep.
He picks up yellow ball. You don't have to worry about, the yellow ball was so round and plasticky.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
And you don't even have to describe their facial expressions and all of that. You can literally just write, be angry, be sad, and then it's down to actors to act that shit.
We're in the wrong profession. So we need to, hightail it out of here. Hightail it out of here and go right to scripts. It's a lot of work. It really is.
Yeah. It is.
But I wonder how it is to write a script.
They probably think that's a lot of work too.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. How did everyone else feel? Go ahead, Allie.
Everything just seems like a lot of work. When you're doing one thing, you look around, you're like, everyone else is so much easier, and then you start doing something else, and you're like, this is also hard.
Yeah, the grass wasn't always greener. You're just trading one set of problems for another,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. We'll make it through. This too shall pass,
That's right.
We have to get through these difficult parts to get to the better parts. I think it's because dialogue is a type of action at Megan Pierce. Megan says she tried writing a play once. Now was through and through because I was giving away too much scene direction.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Always one thing or the other, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. It's never greener. Never.
Nope.
Yep.
You just got to pick your thing and get really good at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the only way to do that is to get through it.
Yeah.
We learn lessons every time we write something.
That's
big
right.
lessons. Big lessons. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, shall we head into our next 20 and then we can wrap it up for the day? Wrap up.
Yeah.
All
Last
right.
sprint.
Let's get to work. All right, everyone. We'll see you in 20.
Good luck.
And we're back. How did everyone do? I got another chapter finished. We're moving right along.
Yay!
I know.
Great job.
Yeah. Editing should be done in the next day or two, and then final edits, and then can get to formatting and get this little sucker up on KDP. Fun, fun, fun. How about you, Allie? What'd you end up doing that time? What did everyone else do? Tell us in the chat.
Well, I spent a bit of time researching what could get an MP kicked out of Parliament in the UK.
Okay.
Turns out, not very much.
Okay. So that's important for your thing you're writing right now. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of research. Anyone else? What's going on today? What'd you end up doing? Tell us how you went. How did it go? Woohoo Z. Morningstar is still listening to her edits, I think. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Megan, Jocelyn, how'd it go? Let us know. I think that's everybody that's with us right now. If anyone else is with us, let us know how you did. So we shall live to write another day. This Saturday. 306 for Megan, 1075 for entire sprint. Awesome.
That's very impressive, Megan.
I know. She does good. I can't wait to get into a new project. Oh my gosh. There's something like about numbers, seeing the little numbers tick up. It gets so bogged down with editing that it's like, oh.
And it's really depressing when you're editing, watching the numbers go down instead of up.
I know.
Like, I know I'm making it better, but still, seeing minus several hundred for the day instead of plus just makes me feel like I haven't progressed.
See, I just stop with the word counting when I get into editing. I mean, I try to think of it in terms of chapters, but yeah, I just can't do that negative number stuff. I have to stop.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Notes here. Need to do some research though. Awesome, Jocelyn. Awesome. Everyone's cheering Megan. Go, Jocelyn. Morningstar is a good cheer upper. That's awesome. Good job, everyone. Okay. We had a little sprint today, a little quiet sprint with our besties, our sprinting besties. This book has been hard to write. I might rather be editing at this point. I know. I don't know if I'm cut out for a long series. Like, this has been book 5. I've enjoyed it, but it's like, I do think in the future, like maybe 3 is enough, I don't know if my creative brain can handle, like, not having a new project to work on or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, it could just be me talking, at the end of this project and just raring to get into the next one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I hear you. Like, it is such a balancing act. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
The crazy balancing act. I'm getting there though, and almost at 16,000. Good. So it's
Great job,
about
Megan.
past the first, what do they call that?
Somewhere around the first plot point.
Yeah, first plot point. Cool, Megan. Cool, baby. Alrighty. So what you got going on the rest of the night, Allie? Are you headed off to bed, or are you still going to be up a while?
No, I'm pretty much for bedtime, I think.
Yep. Put in the hours, put in a long day.
Yeah.
Time to get a good night's rest and start all over tomorrow.
Yeah. That's the one.
Fun. Tomorrow I actually have to go out in public tomorrow night. I'm like,
yeah.
I know. I actually have to meet teachers tomorrow night for real work. So
I'm sorry, Z.
I'm looking forward to seeing them, but it's like, then I have to get like dressed up, and I have to leave the house and drive an hour and a half away.
Oh, that's a long way.
Hour and 15. Yeah, it's all right. So, no writing for me tomorrow night.
No.
1.5 chapters.
You have to get it all in at 6 a.m.
I know. I will definitely be getting in some early work tomorrow, for sure. Fun. So, yeah. Well, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
Move it
Let's
along.
do it.
All right, everyone. So we wrote today. We'll be back Saturday at noon.
That's
If
it.
you're new or somebody else watching this, just, hit those buttons below.
Like, subscribe. All that stuff.
Subscribe, do all the fun stuff. All righty, Allie. Good to see everybody. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good rest
Have a
of the
great
night.
week.
Get some rest. We will check in with you. Oops, we don't need that one. Which one am I doing here? There we go. I hope everyone has a good one.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
We'll see you Saturday. Bye.